Welcome to the future of artificial intelligence, emerging topics, and societal benefit. This is a partner event of the 2016 Global Entrepreneurship Summit that's being held here at Stanford University this year. Tonight's event is hosted by the United States White House Office of Science and Technology Policy and Stanford University. I'm Steve Eglash, Executive Director of the Stanford AI Lab and other data science-related programs at Stanford. Welcome, everybody. We have an extraordinary program and an extraordinary audience tonight. Our audience includes many GES participants. Please join me in welcoming our GES guests to tonight's event. Our audience also includes leading AI researchers from Stanford, the United States, and the world, as well as students, people from industry, policymakers from government, and many others. Welcome to all of you. This event is hosted by the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy in Stanford. We're grateful to OSTP for their leadership and for this opportunity to collaborate with them and host this event together. The co-chairs of tonight's event are Professor Fei-Fei Li and Professor Russ Altman. You'll be hearing from both of them shortly, but perhaps you could stand up for a moment and just turn around so everyone knows who you are. Of course, our speakers are the heart of this event, and we have a spectacular group of speakers. I can hardly wait to hear what they have to say. I also want to thank all of our administrative staff for their professionalism and tireless work to put this event together tonight, including Marjorie Alfs, Luann Hackinson, Alexandra Pinedo, and Crystal Palafox. I'm not sure how many of them are in the room, but thank you all. Our sponsors are the Stanford AI Lab, the 100-Year Study on Artificial Intelligence, the Stanford School of Medicine, and the Stanford School of Engineering. And we're grateful to all of those organizations for their support and their vision. Our agenda tonight includes keynote presentations covering the cutting edge of AI from government, academia, and industrial perspectives. Invited talks by 8 of the world's most exciting researchers who are creating the future of AI, and a panel discussion on a new 100-year study of AI. I'm pleased to introduce our next speaker. Russ Altman is co-chair of tonight's event, along with our colleague Fei-Fei Li, who you'll hear from shortly. Russ is professor of bioengineering, genetics, medicine, and computer science. He's chair of the Biomedical Informatics Training Program, and he's faculty director of the 100-Year Study on Artificial Intelligence. Russ?
Thanks, Steve, and welcome to everyone. And thanks again to my co-organizers, Fei-Fei, and the folks at the Office of Science and Technology Policy. I'll be introducing our first speaker in a moment. I just want to say that we're thrilled to host this event, and we're thrilled to have it be a partner event with the Global Entrepreneurship Summit. Those words are great words for where AI is right now. The entrepreneurship opportunities are exploding, exciting, and really accelerating beyond what many of us imagined, and the global reach of AI and the global potential for AI to not only do things here in Silicon Valley, but in the nation and in the world, including in the developing world, where AI technologies have an opportunity to help us address some of the most pressing issues in health, which is my area of interest, education, transportation, life in the city, life in the village. And so today, one of our goals is to make sure that we touch upon the potential in all those areas. Now, although I'm a doctor, I actually did my PhD in an AI lab here at Stanford. It was the Knowledge Systems Laboratory led by Dr. Feigenbaum, who's here tonight, a privilege. He reminded me a moment ago that Hubert Dreyfus, it was a great thinker of the time, who we often invited to our journal clubs to tell us exactly why AI was never going to work. And he did, and he was fairly convincing, but not convincing enough to have all of us give up, and I'm glad we didn't. In my own area of health and biological research, the opportunities for AI are ridiculously exciting and, in fact, not optional. We're not really trying to replicate what experts can do anymore. We have amounts of data from the electronic medical record, from the genome, and from little devices that we wear that are far too big for us to interpret without the help of very intelligent assistants. And so it's exciting and it's mandatory for health and medicine. So I'm looking forward to an unbelievably exciting 3 hours. It's divided into 5 events, as Steve just described. And without any further ado, I'd like to introduce our first keynote speaker.